First of all, I would like to thank you for inviting me for this interview and giving a platform wherein we can talk about what's happening in our married life. Uh, to give you a background on me, I we started dating each other in 2005, and 2008 we got engaged, and in 2010 we got married with each other. It was a love come arranged marriage. In 2011, my we were blessed with a baby girl, and so in a couple of years, I realized that my wife was promiscuous in nature, and she was indulging into illicit affairs. And the whole intention of marrying me was continuing with her illicit affairs, and me supporting her financially, and she continued because she perceived me as a very innocent person, not able to understand the nuances of how the outside world works. So in 2013 December, I caught her illicit affair, and in January, I arranged for a joint meeting with her family members and my family members, wherein I discussed about what's happening with all the evidences. And my wife, along with her family members, they apologized to me, and they promised me that my wife will not indulge into adultery. And we made a family settlement agreement. So post that, I took my wife and my daughter to Dubai. I spent all my savings that I had, and I migrated to a different country so that I give her a second chance. The only reason was that I did not wanted my daughter to be motherless or a fatherless, and I was very much concerned about her future. So I we went to Dubai, and we stayed there, and I gave her the best life as possible. And in 2015, my we were blessed with a baby boy, and in 2017 we came back to India. This was a different story altogether. When we came back in 2019, I realized that things are very suspicious. I mean, there were a lot of suspicious activities that were happening, wherein my wife was leaving the children with my mom and going out while I was in office, and I was not aware of the whereabouts. And later, I found out that there was a SIM card which she was using, which I was not aware of. And she used to block me on WhatsApp so that I don't video call her and find out where she is. And on our 10th anniversary, she did not even wish me. And the cake that I brought for our anniversary, she was not ready to cut that, and we got into arguments, and she literally thrown that cake in the dustbin. Okay. And after that, in the lockdown, she asked me to bring Ramadan groceries. Traveling almost 20 kilometers, from outside Bombay to inside Bombay. Um, and she also insisted me to take my mother along with me because she wanted privacy. I denied that, but she insisted that you take the mother also because she has been inside the house for a long time. So we traveled, and we came back after a couple of hours, and I realized that something is wrong because there was 50,000 cash that went missing inside the house. And when I asked my wife, she had no clue about it. And post that, after 2 days, because I got very suspicious, so what I did is I put a audio recorder inside the bedroom. Okay, because she used to talk to her friends inside the bedroom with the locked door. So after 2 days, I got a audio recording wherein she was describing the whole incident about sending me and my mom outside and inviting a new person inside the house and getting physical with her. So she was describing all this incident, and I found this audio recording. And post this, I confronted her, and I asked her uh, that what is this. So she did not have any answers to this, and so she decided that she will leave because she could not give any explanation, for inviting a person inside the house in my absence, and this person was a total stranger. Okay. And later I found out that this person had a criminal background as well. So I could connect the dots. And um, later when I, listened to the audio recording properly, then I found out that she was actually planning a baby with that person. So that was the reason for this desperate attempt that she made. So that's why she left the house, and we were, deserted by her. She took the children along with her initially, okay, but she within a week's time she gave up on them. She started, messaging me and calling me that the children are not comfortable here, so please take them. So then I kept them there, and I tried to speak to her parents, her relatives, to make her understand that if she's made a mistake, then she should accept it and ask for forgiveness, or else you prove me wrong. Whatever I'm saying, if it is wrong, if it is false, you prove me wrong. But that did not go through. I mean, no one was able to make her understand. So then after 47 days, she gave up on the children as well. So she asked me to come and take the children. So I took them along. So I was a single parent for 13 months. What happened is, in the month of May 2021, when the children were with me, I got infected with COVID-19. And after that, my mother also got infected, and my father was also here, so he also got infected, and they were in a very critical condition. So they had to be hospitalized, and I was home quarantined. So my cousin had come to the house to take care of the children, and my wife found out that I am alone at home. So she forcefully entered the house with five females and two male, and along with a key maker and a driver. And they then attacked me, and there was a total stranger, who opened the door of the bedroom wherein my children were there inside. They had locked themselves inside. So he literally broken the door, and he snatched them and manhandled them and took them away. So there, I after that I reached out to the police station, and they took my FIR. So there is a case for that incident. Yeah, what happened is, she was under the impression that I will take her back, the way I've taken her back in 2014. So she thought that I will take her back in the similar manner. If the children are there with me, it will be difficult for me to parent them, and then I will break down and then ask her to come back, which I did initially. I was actually taking the children with me in my car and following her, literally, wherein I used to tell her that they are your children as well. You talk to them, you give them time. Okay. But there was one incident wherein my wife said that tum aur tumhare bacche jao bhad mein, in front of the kids. So after that incident, my daughter also stopped talking to my wife, and my son also stopped talking. So she realized that my husband is not going to take me back, and my children are also not asking for me. So now there is no option for me to go back, or there is she was also facing a lot of financial difficulties as well. So that time, so I mean, if I have to say this, I would say that her plan didn't work, wherein she thought that I'll take her back. Did not work. So that's why she made this attempt of taking the children by using illegal ways to do it. So Arnaz, what happened is, I started reaching out to the authorities from the day my wife deserted me. So I am talking about more than 21 months. This is May 2020. My wife deserted me, and I reached out to the authorities that, see, my wife has deserted me, okay, and my children. And when I was talking to their relatives, they were threatening me of false cases. So I sent several letters to the authorities that, that my wife has deserted me, and there is a risk on my life as well as my children's life, because my wife was colluding with a lot of criminals, and trying to frame me in false cases as well. Her family background was also, her in-laws were also, my in-laws, in fact my in-laws were also having a criminal background. So I had written to them and I was following up as well on that, but there was no action taken at that time. So if police would have taken some action uh, at that time, then this incident wouldn't have happened. So when I went there to the police station, the station house officer, he told me that it's a matrimonial issue. Okay, so it's आपकी wife ले गई है ना बच्चों को, तो क्या issue है करके. So then I had to explain to him that this is not the way of taking the kids, right? So how can you, resort to violence, and 10 people coming inside a quarantined house. There was a big board outside the gate that flat number so and so is quarantined and there is a COVID patient inside, so no one can go and visit. Irrespective of that, they traveled all the way from another city to my city, and 10 people, not even one or two, 10 people, they entered the house. Okay, and they put everyone in danger if they could have got infected by COVID. So so it was a really messy situation that was created. So I explained to them, and after that, I made a video on Twitter, and I started asking help from people like you, and they really helped me, and they started calling the authorities, and then they realized that this is a problem area that needs to be addressed. And then they said, okay, we will take your complaint, but first you go for the medical. So I went for the medical after that, and looking at my injuries, the hospital advised me for 3 days hospitalization. So after getting discharged from the hospital, then I gave my statement, and basis that, the FIR was filed. She tried filing the cases. However, the police realized that this is a counterblast case that she's trying to file against the criminal case that is there on them, and they did not entertain her. To be specific here, she tried to file a 498A and a 377 case on me. Okay, wherein she clearly mentioned in the statement that I was having a unnatural sex with her for the past 10 years. But there was no evidence as such, and the police were understood that these are like false complaints that she's trying to do, and trying to put me down, forcing me to withdraw my complaint that I have on them. So but I gave a reply. I replied to the police station with all the evidences that I have against them, and so it was a paragraph wise reply that I gave them. This was only because there was a criminal case on them that was filed before they approached for a 498A and the other complaint that they wanted to file on me. So that was the reason for that. Uh, Otherwise, I would have suffered the same consequences that everybody is suffering right now. As on date, it's been 9 months. I haven't seen my children. But I know that they are not in a conducive environment. Their studies are being neglected, first of all, because I got to know this from the school of my children, that they are not appearing for the lectures, they are not appearing for the exams, and uh, they were living in a three-bedroom hall kitchen house, and right now they are living in a one-bedroom flat with other people as well inside. So they are in a very bad situation right now. And I have also got to know that they wear the same clothes for like 2 to 3 days in a row. So that is the situation for the children. I am trying to, see, I have a family settlement agreement that was made in 2014. So, basis that, I am pursuing that same family settlement agreement and talking to her relatives who had given me a guarantee that she will not get into such promiscuous lifestyle again. And on top of that, what she has done is she's committed adultery with a totally new person, and entered my house and beaten me, plus snatched away the kids in a very very bad manner. So they have realized it, and they are trying to talk to my wife and come to a conclusion. Okay. So I feel that filing for custody will be a really long battle. Okay, going to the court and just getting dates and dates. So that's why I am trying to get this sorted. So in one line, if I have to say, I don't want my children to go to the courts. So that's why I'm not approaching the court. Arnaz, I will file the case in another couple of months because my children have already suffered 1 year of academic loss. Okay. So I don't want them to suffer anymore. So if I get to know that my children are not going to school in this next year as well, then I'll immediately file for custody. She's not asking me directly, but indirectly, sometimes we communicate on the SMS part. So what happened is when I got to know, so I got an email, in fact, from my wife stating that I am not able to take care of the basic needs of the children. Their studies are going for a toss, and so you need to help me here. So then I agreed on a shared parenting. Okay, wherein what I will do is I will be equally responsible, and I will also be contributing equally towards them. However, she asked me for the property, and she asked me for maintenance of herself and the kids. And she told me that whenever you want to come and meet them, you send me a message. I will tell you when to come, and then you meet them and go away. So she only wants the money. She doesn't want the father in the children's life. So I did not agree to that. I see. I don't want to get married again. First of all, okay, because I'm still going through a lot of anxiety moments. I have lost my weight. I have actually I have a really bad sleeping patterns now. Uh, so I mean, I'm going through a lot of suffering because of the incident that has happened. Because it is not only losing my children. I also lost my mother in this. Okay, and when my mother was recovering actually from COVID, but when we informed her that this has happened, the kids were also taken away like this. So then she, it was like totally like it just like her health like totally went down, and then she passed away in the month of June last year. So it's me, it's like I'm actually, my whole family has got destroyed in this overall thing that has happened. And so I don't believe in marriage anymore. So I don't think I'm going to get married again. The only thing that I wanted was to take care of the children, because I really cherished the relationship that I had with my wife. Irrespective of whatever happened, I gave her multiple chances, and I wanted to keep that relationship. But she left. And after that, I wanted to take care of the children, because that was the only thing that was left out of this relation. But she took away the children as well. So what I want to do now is just create awareness about the victims of marriage, what's happening, because of the unbiased laws, and that will bring me solace, and that will bring peace to my mother's soul as well. So as far as my career is concerned, I am more concerned about my children right now, and I'm not able to concentrate on my work, because of which I am going to suffer in the long term, because my work is taking a hit because of this. See, my message to the authorities would be to maintain law and order, uh, and help the people who are in need, irrespective of their gender. So I don't need to be a woman to get help from the authorities. Okay, and there needs to be laws which are safeguarding the rights of the men as well, because all the matrimonial laws that are there, it's very uh, biased towards the female side. So there are no sections, no rights. So basically I feel that men are being considered as a second class citizen, without any privileges, without any rights. So if there is anything happening in a marriage, so the society feels that it is the mistakes, or it is the it is the men who's on the wrong side, which is not true. So yeah, so that is one of the message that I want to give to the government. And the other thing is, we need to take really good steps towards prevention of suicides, because as per the National Crime Report Bureau, every 9 minutes a man is committing suicide in India, because of the matrimonial issues. The wife is creating problems in the man's life by harassing him and his whole family. So he is he feels helpless, so he resorts to suicide. So so the authorities needs to take this into consideration, and come down very strongly on preventing men to commit suicide. And matrimonial disputes are resulting into parental alienation as well. Because of the laws, the mothers are able to take away the children and alienate them from half of their family. I mean to say, the father as well as the whole paternal family are being alienated from the child, which is not good for the child, because a child needs a father as well as a mother. So I would say that a child is like a flower, okay, which requires a father's protection and provision, and also requires a mother's care and nurturing. And if you don't give the child the father and the mother, then on the flower will wither, and only thorns will be left.